The Red Heeler dog is an incredibly intelligent, active, and strong pet breed. Established by Australian inhabitants to manage herds of livestock on extensive ranches, they're still made use of today as a herding dog. They grow on having a job to do and also on being part of family activities. Even though these are pure-blooded dogs, you may discover them in the care of shelters or rescue teams. In today's video we will be talking about everything you need to know about the Red Heeler dog. But before we engage in the video, if you would love a simple dog training strategy that will develop your dog's hidden intelligence and create the obedient, well-behaved pet of your dreams, then click the link in the description to get access to the strategy that will reveal how you can quickly eliminate all bad behavioral problems. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in getting useful tips and guides about your dogs and cats that will make you be a better pet owner. Let's dive in. History of the Red Heeler dog. The Red Heeler pet dog was bred by 19th century Australian settlers to herd cattle on large ranches. This breed aided ranchers expand the Australian beef sector by silently, however strongly rounding up the in some cases unmanageable, almost wild livestock with nips and attacks. Today's Red Heeler dog is the outcome of many breeding and cross-breeding. Breeders sought a sturdy pet dog that could manage the extreme environment as well as working conditions in Australia. Pet dogs at first brought from England weren't approximately the task, so they were reproduced to the indigenous dingo. Many breeding by several ranchers lastly resulted in what's believed to be the forefathers of the contemporary Australian cattle dog. Blue-colored dogs showed to be the most popular among ranch proprietors and also drovers, as well as they became called Blue Heelers. They were particularly prominent in livestock runs in Queensland, where they were provided the name Queensland Heelers or Queensland Blue Heelers. In 1893, Robert Koleski occupied breeding Blue Heelers, and he started revealing them in 1897. Koleski drew up a standard, basing the livestock dog on the dingo, thinking that this was the kind normally fit to the Australian wilderness. Today's Australian cattle dog does look just like the dingo, except for shape. The Kennel Club of New South Wales approved this requirement in 1903. The type was first known as the Australian Heeler, after that later as the Australian Cattle Canine, which is the name currently approved as official throughout Australia and also in other places. After a duration in the miscellaneous course, the Red Heeler dog was approved for registration by the American Kennel Club May 1980. He came to be qualified for show in the working group as of September 1980. The type was moved to the herding team in January 1983. Red Heeler personality. The Red Heeler dog is an incredibly energetic canine who needs constant psychological and physical activity. If he's tired or lonely, he can be damaging. He fits to chew and also tear up items he shouldn't. If you pick to live with an Australian cattle canine, be prepared to keep him hectic as well as weary. If he's worn out, he's less likely to get himself into trouble. The Red Heeler canine is safety of what he considers his territory, as well as he'll safeguard it. He's likewise reserved, not always unfriendly, with strangers. Yet he's devoted to his proprietor and also household. As soon as he bonds, he's such as to go any place his owner goes. Actually, penalty to the Red Heeler dog is physical separation from those he enjoys. He's clever, however at times he can be unyielding as well as stubborn. Regular, favorable training assists manage his independent touch. Temperament is impacted by a number of aspects, consisting of genetics, training, and socializing. Pups with good temperaments are curious and also spirited, happy to come close to individuals and also be held by them. Choose the middle-of-the-road young puppy, not the one that's beating up his littermates or the one that's hiding in the edge. Always satisfy at least one of the parents, generally the mom is the one who's available to guarantee that they have good personalities that you fit with. Satisfying siblings or other loved ones of the moms and dads is likewise valuable for assessing what a puppy will be like when he matures. Like every dog, the Red Heeler dog needs early socializing, direct exposure to various individuals, views, appears, as well as experiences when they're young. Socializing assists make sure that your Australian livestock dog pup grows up to be an all-round canine. Registering him in a puppy kindergarten course is a great begin. welcoming site visitors over frequently and also taking him to hectic parks, shops that permit dogs, and on leisurely walks to satisfy neighbors will additionally aid him brighten his social skills. Health. Red Heeler dogs are generally healthy. However, like all breeds, they're prone to particular wellness problems. Not all Australian cattle pets will obtain any or all of these diseases. However, it is necessary to be knowledgeable about them if you're considering this type. In Red Heeler dogs, you must expect to see health clearances from the orthopedic structure for animals, OFA, for hip dysplasia, with a score of reasonable or far better, joint dysplasia, hypothyroidism, and von Willebrand's disease, from Auburn College for Thrombopathia, and from the Pooch Eye Windows Registry Foundation, SURF, accrediting that eyes are typical. You can verify wellness clearances by inspecting the OFA internet site, ofa.org. Modern retinal degeneration, PRA. This is a family members of eye illness that entails the steady damage of the retina. Early in the illness, influenced dogs become night blind. They shed view throughout the day as the disease proceeds. Lots of damaged canines adapt well to their restricted or shed vision, as long as their surroundings remain the same. Hip dysplasia. This is an inherited problem in which the thigh bone doesn't fit well right into the hip joint. Some dogs show discomfort and also lameness on one or both rear legs, yet others don't present exterior indicators of discomfort. X-ray testing is one of the most specific method to detect the trouble. Regardless, arthritis can create as the pet dog ages. Pet dogs with hip dysplasia need to not be bred, so if you're buying a puppy, ask the dog breeder for evidence that the moms and dads have been checked for hip dysplasia, as well as are without troubles. Deafness. This is an acquired condition in the Australian livestock pet, yet it can be evaluated for while the puppies are extremely young. Deaf dogs should not be bred. Study shows that hearing problems is color-linked. Genes that create dogs to be born white, or with white hairs in the coat that cause a roaming pattern, are connected to deafness. Brainstem acoustic stimulated action, BAIR, testing is useful for figuring out hearing issues, however it's only a device, not a treatment. Care. The hardworking Red Heeler pet dog is finest matched to a setting where he obtains a lot of physical and mental excitement. He's not well suited to staying in an apartment or condo or being left alone for extended periods of time. He's devastating when burnt out, and he often tends to eat a great deal. He requires a house with a securely fenced lawn, or a nation farm or ranch. If you are thinking about an Australian cattle dog, ensure you can provide him a correct outlet for his all-natural energy as well as intense mind. Because he was bred to herd and chase, that's exactly what he will certainly do. Herd as well as chase after just about anything, consisting of automobiles. If you're not a lamb or cattle farmer, consider canine sports. This pet enjoys the activity and obstacles connected with sporting activities. The Red Heeler pet requires early socialization and training. Like any pet dog, he can end up being timid if he's not appropriately interacted socially when young. Early socialization aids ensure that your Australian livestock pet dog grows up to be an all-round pet dog. His tendency to mouth, eat, nip, as well as bite should be handled thoroughly. He should be educated not to put his mouth on individuals, only on proper eat products, such as durable playthings. Coat color as well as grooming. The Red Heeler weather-resistant outer coat is short and also straight. He has a dense undercoat. The regular Australian cattle canine doesn't lose year-round, however instead he blows his coat 1 or 2 times a year, consider a snowstorm. In simply a couple of weeks, the undercoat sheds in globs. The Red Heeler canine's coloring is blue or red speckle. Blue or blue mottled consists of black, blue, or tan markings on the head, partly tan on the forelegs, upper body, and also throat, and tan on the jaw as well as hind legs. In some cases the undercoat is tan with a blue external coat. Red speckle means red throughout, consisting of the undercoat, as well as occasionally consisting of dark red markings on the head. Training. Like any other breed, very early exposure to a variety of people, other pets, and experiences will help the Red Heeler pet dog to establish all-round social abilities. They are smart pets with an independent streak, suggesting they can be willful at times, and also probably also stubborn when they want things their own way. It takes consistent, favorable training from an early age to stop this from becoming a concern, and likewise to manage the breed's natural tendency to bite and also snap at things. The need for mindful training makes the type inappropriate for first-time pet proprietors. Bred to herd, they are mouthy by nature and also will naturally nip at things, including youngsters, even when playing. Falling short to destroy unacceptable mouthing from puppyhood can cause dangerous practices in adult canines. Eating on toys, not living points, is an important lesson all cattle canine puppies should discover. Children as well as various other family pets. The Red Heeler canine is good family dog, however he does best with children if he's increased with them and also accepts them early as members of his home. In such cases, he's really spirited as well as safety. The type's propensity to be mouthy even to nip and attack can be an issue with youngsters, nevertheless. He may want to herd them with sharp nips or bite when young people play as well roughly. A grown-up Red Heeler dog that has had little exposure to youngsters will not know exactly how to treat them and also might be too harsh. Some pet dogs are questionable of children. Since they do not act like adults, pet dogs in some cases view them as intimidating. The majority of troubles can be addressed by thoroughly interacting socially the Australian livestock dog pup to youngsters, as well as by instructing him attack restraint. Similar to every type, you should constantly teach children just how to come close to and also touch dogs, and also always monitor any type of communications in between dogs and young children to avoid any biting or ear or tail pulling on the part of either celebration. Show your child never ever to come close to any type of dog while he's eating or sleeping or to attempt to take the pet dog's food away. No pet, no matter exactly how pleasant, ought to ever be left without supervision with a youngster. The Red Heeler pet dog agrees various other pet dogs in his home, specifically if he's been raised with them from puppyhood. Nevertheless, due to the fact that he is so dedicated to someone in a family members, there can be envy or spats between the Australian cattle pet dog and other canines. If this video was helpful to you and you would love to see similar videos like this, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification icon so you won't miss out on our amazing videos. Bye.